Welcome to another storytime video where things just do not go as planned, now do they? I woke up today and I heard like the snow and the slush and I wasn't thinking that it was going to be that bad, right? I looked out that window and I was just like, okay, I just gotta leave early, right? I get a hold of my manager and I was just like, how's the roads in town? Not that great, the powers are out, and I'm just like, oh, okay. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine. So I get ready, I let Grizzly out, he's having fun in the snow, he's doing hot laps, and I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta drive in this weather. Like, I don't want them to be like the store's closed and I have to come back home in this crappy weather. So, one, I'm thankful that my snow tires are on. Two, I did not have time to snow blow the driveway because I woke up late, so I just plowed right through that stuff right out of the garage, and fuck. Sorry, I had to answer an important phone call. Where was I? Pulling out of the driveway, and you know, I have a slope at the end of my driveway where it doesn't really meet the road, kinda like it droops down. So I'm like, alright, let's do this. I got this. I mean, I know what my car's capable of. It'll just plow right through it. So it did. It was great. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, sometimes when there's too much snow, it gets trapped in the back of the wheels, and it's never fun. I just have to stay slow. So, anyways, there's a few cars and I on the road, and we were all doing like 30 and a 55, which is so much fun. I mean, but be safe. So there's multiple ways to get in the city or in the town. Well, whatever. There's 104 that I use. And then there's like little side roads that bring you like in different directions. Turns out one of the roads are blocked, and I'm just like, okay, alternate. I know 53, so I took that route and I got down there, and then when we got to the four-way stop, barely even made it because something happened at the four-way. I don't know if a vehicle was like trapped, and I'm just like, okay, I have 10 minutes to get to work, but I let my manager know. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be there on time. And I'm waiting in this line for like a little more than 10 minutes, but it felt like forever because I'm like never late. And I'm just like, what if I just turn around in this driveway and tell them I'm going home? So I'm sitting in there. Actually, if anyone knows who's already following me on Snapchat, I have a photo of that situation. And that was just like me. I'm like, I'm glad I just filled my car up with gas, because I could not imagine being trapped out here in the snow, in the cold. So eventually, and I was also confused because the car in front of me just stopped. As in like, not completely all the way to the four-way stop, but I was hoping that because I opened up my door and to look down to see what was happening, if the sheriff was going to tell people or direct us when it was okay to go, because the opposite lane, nothing but cars were going through. I'm like, okay, are we gonna do one of those things where they stop it and you let half go? You know what I mean? So that didn't happen, and I was just like, I'm never gonna make it to work, and I'm gonna be like 30 minutes late, and I don't want to stay an extra 30 minutes or whatever. So eventually we all make it to the stop. So when it's my turn, the four-way stop, the snowplow guy was way there, way before me. Now, in my brain, I'm like, yeah, of course he's gonna go because it's his turn, right? And he's a snowplow man, and the roads have not been done. So I was hoping that because he's here, that he'll clear out the thing. It'll be a smooth drive all the way to work. Nope. Police officer was like, no, you can go next. I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. So I go up the hills, blah, 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 turns and turns. Then it's my turn to, I'm in the city now, but I have to get to the other side. There's a river that divides like east and west, that we call it, or our townies do, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm making up my one way. There's like two roads, like Utica and 104, where people can take either or, because they'll bring you, there's two bridges that will go across the river. And I'm on Utica, and it's garbage day. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter that it's garbage day, but however, I am stuck behind in the city on the hills And I'm just like, oh my god. And then I'm like worried because there's a sheriff, I believe, or a police officer behind me. And I'm just like, okay, is he going to be mad at me because I'm stopping at the side of the hill and he doesn't know why? Or can he see above my car and see why I'm stopping? Because I don't want to roll back behind the police officer. I'm worried about the snowplow. I mean, the garbage man, because when I saw it struggling, like, slightly veering into the, closer to the sidewalks for the garbage man, I was just like, this vehicle is struggling. So anyways, eventually it goes, and I wait for it to go a little bit farther so I can make it up the hill. I make it up the hill, I'm going down the hill, I'm like, please God, let him go left. Doesn't. He waits for the light that's like 1 or 2 blocks more, then takes a right. I'm like, okay, cool. Smooth sailing from here. Now, the next light before I cross the bridge, it is 3 lanes, right? Because that one whole side, everyone was using the middle lane. Nothing was cleared on the right hand side because it was like a little sliver, so people can still go right onto the other way, like go north. And because the right one shares right and straight, and the middle one is straight only, and then the next one is left to go out to 481. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm just gonna squeeze in just a little bit over here, right? Yeah, that happened. And then, because when you get to the other side of the bridge, it's another light with right slash straight that shares a left. And the left one sucks because you want to be the first few people to be the left for the green light, because after that you're like, it's not happening for you. So I'm like, alright, cool. I made it to my right one, blah blah blah, get to the store, power is out still, or flickering or something. So I get there and I'm just like, I cannot believe I am, like, the day. It's not that big of a deal, but I was just like, it was like, no one decided. You know what I don't like? Me saying like all the time. Because when I edit these videos, I'm like, you have a problem with the word like. Also, I'm just like, why does no one plow the roads? The weather said we were going to have bad weather, but I didn't really want to believe it. But then it was here, and then we're all over the place. And I feel like I missed out, like, on my way. There were so many people, like, in the ditch. And it wasn't cute. And I was just like, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for a car accident. I don't want to crash my car. This is the only car I have. And I'm not shopping for a new car. And I'd just be like, why couldn't you just let me stay at home? But that was my story time for today's morning for, like, snow disaster. But not that bad. Everyone was safe, but I'm just saying, driving in the snow is not that fun. But today I got to snowplow the driveway. Snowplow? Snowplow. Yes. Snowplow. Snowplow? Yes, I'm sorry. I keep, every time I say it, I'm thinking about like a truck with the plow on it, but I'm thinking the pushing thing. What is that? Snowplow? Snowmobile? Not snowmobile. I don't really care anymore. So that's that, and that's my life. And I'm gonna go make dinner. What are you guys having for dinner? I'm thinking about raviolis. I don't even know if you guys make it this far. Story time video. See ya. Bye.